A highly educated individual may struggle to find work, while someone without a degree is very successful in some business that he opened up. How many people end up working, in alignment with the degree they graduate with? Many people have a degree in engineering but are businessmen and entrepreneurs. Or some people that have yaqeen on, healthy food. It's like many attribute good health solely to eating nutritious food. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you can eat all the healthy food in the world, but end up falling ill. And other people that are, junking their entire lives and living, your longevity has nothing to do with that. Maybe the quality of your life. And this is why a believer doesn't stay healthy just to, look good and feel good. He wants to be healthy because, he has this ship that, his ruh is, so to speak, sailing in this dunya, and it's an amana from Allah. So he takes care of it, but not with the intention that taking care of it makes you live longer, or eating healthy makes you live longer. Your time of death is already appointed to you. And those people that die from cancer, there's no such thing as dying from cancer. You don't die from disease. You die because it was your time to die. The disease is the camouflage, the situation, the scenario that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates in order to hide or camouflage the fact that it was just your time. The angel of death, when he comes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates a scenario of a car accident, of a disease, of something, or another. But we don't attribute, whenever someone comes and tells you so-and-so died, such and such person passed away. Oh, how? What happened? Oh, he died of a heart attack. Oh, okay. No, that is just the means of death. But it's just a command. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, okay, it's his time, go take him now. So angel death comes and takes you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, hides that fact with a certain scenario. So you think he died because he jumped off a bridge, or he died because he got in a car accident. No, he died because it was his time. Two people eat the same healthy diet. One develops disease and the other doesn't. We see that all the time. Or exercise. People that are marathon runners, they're running, they're exercising, they're working out, and they fall dead. What happened? It was a stroke. Subhanallah. The person went, no, it was just his time. So when you work out, you take care of your body because it's God's command to take care of your body. Al-mu'minu al-qawi ahabbu ila Allahi min al-mu'min al-da'if. That's ultimately it. Khayrun wa ahabbu ila Allah is better and more beloved to Allah. So, I'll be more beloved if I'm a strong believer physically. Yes, so I'll do it for that reason. This is the true believer. The true believer, does what he does because he's commanded to. Yeah, and this is actually part of what I share in the Rizq framework as a motto for you to memorize. We do what we do because Allah commanded us to. This is the ultimate intention. There is no higher intention than manifesting your ubudiyah. And ubudiyah is manifested through obedience. Through taslim, submission to what? To God's commands. So now you do everything. Kulu, washrabu. Allah commanded you to eat and drink. Now you eat and drink because Allah commanded you to. Not because you're hungry. This is a higher level. But it's a level that a believer, because he's always in a state of remembrance of Allah, that Allah is watching me right now. And this story you have inside of you that, Ya Allah, create the words that the people, need to hear at this moment and make it a means for their guidance. There are a lot of people that give, mindful da'wah, not heartful da'wah. Mindful da'wah is where you're like, what am I going to say next? How am I going to get that standing ovation? How am I going to impress people? The best talks are the ones that are never prepared. Because those come from your heart. If you're reading from a piece of paper, how many times have you prepared a speech, you have a presentation and you wrote it out and you read it and the audience doesn't, it could be the most, you could jump onto ChatGPT and tell him to write you the best speech ever. But ChatGPT doesn't have nur. No matter how good the talk is, it doesn't have nur. Nur is the key. Awareness is the key. Not to move the tongue, not to breathe in or breathe out, except with this cognition, this awareness that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, allowing me to breathe, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is allowing me to speak, and Allah is creating the hearing with which you're hearing these words, and creating the words that are coming out of my mouth, and that He's pleased because this is a halaqah of remembrance, even if it's online. Allah loves these. He boasts to the angels. He says, see, look, did you see? Check that out. You had doubt in my creation? See what they're using their free will with. They're able to go do anything right now, but they choose to be, with brother Usama right now. How much I love him. Look, he's speaking about me. At that point, you don't care. You don't care what people think anymore. You don't care to impress them anymore. You will say the most basic of things and pierce through people's hearts. Because you're speaking billah. You're speaking through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's nothing higher in reward than dhikr, than presence. Even at the, toughest of places, when you're in a state of war. In jihad, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, idha laqitum fi'atam fathbutu, wadhkuru Allaha kathira, la'allakum tuflihun. Allah, 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 Allah. Look at that! Like even in jihad, in qital specifically. Allah's talking here about qital in Surah Al-Anfal. Saying, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Every time you hear Allah use Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, pay attention. He's talking to you. You're the believer. Oh, Allah is talking to me right now. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Ya Rabb. كلي آذان صاغية. I'm listening, Ya Allah. لبيك اللهم لبيك. What do you want from me, Allah? حاضر سمعا وطاعة. What do you want, Ya Allah? I'm ready. What's next? يا أيها الذين آمنوا. Oh, you who believe. My Rabb is talking to me. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا لقيتم فئة فاثبتوا. Remain steadfast. Okay, and what's required from us at that point, Ya Allah? وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا وَاذْكُرُوا اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُفْلِحُونَ. And remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a lot, in abundance. I'm in a state of qital, in a state of war. And Allah is telling me that success in that state is what? Is the remembrance of Allah.
My beloved brothers and sisters, Rizq is something that comes only from Allah. No matter how hard we work or plan, it is Allah who decides how much we will receive. He is Ar-Razzaq, the provider of all creation, and He has already written our sustenance before we were even born. This should bring peace to our hearts, knowing that what is meant for us will never miss us, and what misses us was never meant for us. Having tawakkul in Allah does not mean we stop working, but it means we work hard while relying fully on Allah for the results. Many people stress over money, jobs, or opportunities, forgetting that Allah is the one who controls everything. When you put your trust in Him, He will open doors for you from places you never expected. Allah has promised in the Quran that whoever has taqwa and relies on Him, He will provide for them in ways they cannot imagine. So even when things seem uncertain, keep your heart connected to Allah and continue striving with patience. Your rizq is already guaranteed. It will reach you at the right time. The key to focus on halal earnings, remain grateful, and never let greed control your life. When you trust Allah and are content with what He gives, your rizq will have barakah. Remember, true wealth is not just money, but peace, health, and satisfaction that only Allah can place in your heart.